Alright everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Daddy and I am learning how to law. So, today's video is going to be about something that I noticed yesterday. Okay, so, a little bit of backstory before we get into the story and I give you pictures and I show you my evidence, okay? Because you need to know where I come from and why this is important and how I know and I can vouch about this, okay? So, long story short, I've been doing this with Doordash specifically for about 8.5, 9 years, right? I used to be a member of the Doordash Council. So if you can imagine a group of people who would get together, like not in person or some, I don't know. My stuff was sent through email. I don't know how everyone else communicated, but my stuff was sent through email. But a group of people would get together, and if a new rule or regulation was supposed to be passed or entered, right, we would basically read about it first, and then we would inform you people through our social medias, like, okay, hey, here's the changes that are about to happen, here's what you look for, here's why it's important to you, here's what you should do if it's bad, right, in your area, right? Okay, that's what our job was. We were basically the ones in charge of letting Doordash know, hey, we think this is a good idea, or no, we don't, and then we had to relay it to you, okay, as best as we could, but that was part of our job, okay? Right now, I had another channel that I let go. So that, again, I haven't done that in a while because I've been stuck here in Idaho against our will. That's a different story. Today's video, okay, I have lots of pictures to show you. I'm going to pull from Doordash policy specifically, okay, because a couple weeks ago I was asked a question. In Colorado, I told you guys that we were guaranteed at least $10 an hour at once upon a time, okay? I want to show you how it's changed now, okay? So, again, the pictures I'm showing you come specifically from Doordash policy, okay? You can find it if you just Google Doordash policy and you look up earn by time or how does Doordash pay work, and it'll go from Google and it'll send you a link, and then you click the link and you go into the Doordash form, right? So all these are basically screenshots that I took while I was out doing deliveries yesterday. Because again, I caught this. Doordash, you owe us money. You're going to pay. Okay. Now, backstory. Okay, so again, I've been doing this for 8.5, 9 years. I used to be a member of the Doordash Council. So that means that I used to help. I didn't write the rules and regulations, but I would help you guys understand them. And then I would help Doordash understand that this is a good policy or this is a bad policy. You can keep this stuff, but this needs to be changed, right? Like that's what I was doing. And I would always look out for you because basically, like, I'm putting myself in your shoes. I'm trying to help you make as much money as possible because you have families to feed, you have bills to pay, you have other responsibilities, okay? Like Doordash specifically, when they started, I think they still advertise as such, is earn money part-time, right? Like single moms, right, can earn money while their kids are in school, right? Like, right, like that's how they advertise. That's how they went and they tried to spread all around all around the US, right? Like I was one of like one of the first 25, 50 original dashers in the state of Colorado. Like I was up, like I was one of the very first few people, right? So anytime something happened, I would contact Doordash support. I would let them know, hey, but this is a huge issue. You guys need to know about it. It happened at this store. It happened on this date. It happened on this time. Here's what they can do better. Here's what needs to stop, or here, right? Like, does that make sense, right? Because again, I'm trying to help everybody, because if I know it's happening to me, I know it's happening to other people, and I'm trying to help streamline the stuff for as many people as possible, right? So, very specifically, restaurants prioritize people who walk in and haven't paid and who are like, what do I want, versus automatically making the mobile orders that have paid and have been paid, and right, like these people who have paid their money for the food that they wanted, right, 45 minutes ago, should not still be waiting, right? Like that was one of the things that I brought up. So what did they end up doing? They ended up making it to where stores now have to have a separate set of cashiers specifically for this stuff, right? Like, I don't know if it was my suggestion specifically, but I know like a group of us annoyed Doordash enough to where they went to the restaurants and they're like, here, make this change or else, right? Okay. So I love you, babe. Yesterday, I'm sorry, a few weeks ago, I was asked a question along the lines of, I forget what it was, but it was basically like, what's the hourly rate? Because I mentioned in Colorado at the time, it was $10 bare minimum. That was the flat rate that we were guaranteed, right? This is important because, again, anytime, she says, I forgot I'm recording. Anytime something would happen, I would contact DoorDash and I would let them know. Okay, so I'm bringing this up very specifically because, and babe, if you're watching, you can verify this. Remember, way back when, this was like when her and I first got together, my wife and I, when we first got together, excuse me, one sec. Right, like, so when we first started living together, okay, like I remember very specifically because there was a altercation with the police that happened, that it was kind of a scare, and that's why I advocate that you need to know your rights and you need to stand up for your rights. So here's what happened with DoorDash. I started, let's say, at 12 o'clock, right? I had literally just dropped my wife off at work, and then I had started work like half a mile away. She worked at a shop that was like not even half a mile from the Citadel Crossing shopping mall. It's right smack dab in the middle of Colorado Springs, right? It's right smack dab in the middle of the biggest hotspot zone, because it's literally like 12 fast food joints all just lined up right next to each other. Okay, so I sat there as soon as I dropped off my wife, right? Because this is the biggest hotspot. I'm going to get an order. For 2 hours, I did not get a single order. And this was before they had a guaranteed rate. This was before they guaranteed you even just the base rate, okay? So this is why it's important, because DoorDash still tries to give you just $2 only. It doesn't matter if it's for a 5-minute delivery, for a 30-minute delivery, for an hour delivery. They will try and give you just a $2 base pay. And unless you call them, like I said, and let them know, hey, you need to give me more money, they will keep that money from you, okay? This was a question in the previous video, okay? So you can go watch the video, okay? But I was asked very specifically to find the information. So here we go. This is important because, again, for 2 hours, I did not get a single delivery. I finally got one order. It was for black eyed peas. It was right in the shopping center, and I had to drop off again right in the shopping center. So pretend that these bananas are the restaurant. The place of residence was like two brick and mortar buildings over, and it was the corner building, the corner business in the second building, right? So this is one brick and mortar building. There, my head is another brick and mortar building, and then there was a third brick and mortar building right here. Okay, so there was literally like, here's the restaurant, here's a building, and then here's the other building where I delivered to. Okay, right? So I mean, I could have gotten out of my car and walked, and it would have taken me 2 minutes to walk from one building to the other, okay? But because I'm lazy and because I'm trying to be efficient, I took the 5 seconds to drive from point A to point B, okay? And I wanted to be quick, okay? So I went and I waited at Black Eyed Peas for 45 minutes, okay? My base pay was $2. I did not get a tip. I got $2 only for this, okay? So I waited 2 hours. I then had to wait. It was like 30 to 45 minutes for a massive order. And I remember this because the entire time I'm texting my wife, like, this manager is giving me attitude, like, right? Like, she's refusing to make my order, right? She, like, I can literally see all the tickets lined up on the wall, right? I see that my order has just been sitting there, right? It's been sitting and it's been sitting and it's been sitting, and you're purposefully going around it. You know that I'm here and you're going around it. You're not making my food for whatever reason, right? I haven't said anything about it. I'm waiting. I'm just chilling, right? Like, I'm texting my wife. I'm making fun of the situation, right? I'm trying to maintain a good attitude, right? I go and I get the food finally 45 minutes later, like I said, right? I'm a former cook, so I know how long it takes to cook something, right? Like, I used to cook for 7 years, and I cooked for multiple restaurants during that time. So if someone says that they have 7 years of experience at one restaurant, I probably have like 14 to 20 years of experience because of my multiple restaurants and the fact that I was not part-time, I was full-time at this one, and then I get off and I go work another full-time shift at this other one, right? Like, does that make sense? So I have bare minimum 7 years of cooking experience in high, like, fast setting, okay? Like, high pressure, high stress, okay? That's what I'm used to, okay? I know it doesn't take this long to make a salad, right? I know it doesn't take this long to fill 2 drinks, right? But I don't make a complaint. I don't say anything. I just send my stuff to DoorDash, let them know there's a delay. I text the customer, let them know that there's a delay. And then I go and I text my wife the entire time that I'm here, like, hey, this sucks. Okay, I'm gonna, you're not busy. Okay, let's amuse each other, right? Okay, so 45 minutes later, I finally drop off, and then the nerve of these people. I drop off at a check cash loan type establishment. And again, it's the one that's in the middle of the Citadel Crossing Center, right in the middle of the Colorado Springs Center. And again, I literally drop off to these people. I go walk not even 15 feet out. I get in my truck. I can see the people through the window. These people have the nerve to call the police on me. Or I don't know if they called the police on me, but an officer shows up and states that this building right here has had break-ins, very specifically the check cashing place. And they basically, I'm here, you need to give me all of your identifying information, right? And he tried to get me out of the car. He tried to basically kidnap me. I have all kinds of evidence. I have pictures on my phone. I have their video recording, right? Like I told him all of this stuff. It's like, you're not taking any of my evidence into account. You're just trying to arrest me right now. I don't understand what's going on, right? So I exercised my rights. I reprimanded him, sent him on his way, and then I quit. I didn't work anymore that day. I made $2 for basically 3 hours of harassment, right? So this is important because immediately after I let my wife know what's going on, I tell her, cop stressed me out. I got to go call Doordash anyways. I let them know about the situation. So because of this, very important. Like I said, for 3 hours, I made $2. There is no guaranteed hourly rate. There is no guaranteed this, right? So after my phone call, after my scenario, Doordash initiated a sliding pay scale for $2 to $10 per delivery. And that doesn't matter if you're per order or if you're by time, okay? It's every order will have a base pay of $2 up to $10 or more, depending on how long the order goes for. That's why I told you guys, you are guaranteed no less than $10 an hour because of this same situation. So if you can imagine, I can go work at Burger King, McDonald's, Subway. I can make $16 an hour, right? Here in Idaho and here in over in the Springs. I want to say it's $16 an hour to go and work at any of those places. Okay, that means at Doordash, if you want to have me work for you and take your stuff from point A to point B, you have to pay me more than that. That's why you have a guaranteed hourly rate that you now charge. And I'll show you, I'm going to just keep this one video and then I'll delete this and I'll upload the second video. Okay, so sorry, long rant, but it's 100% necessary. Okay, again, because of my efforts, we now have an hourly rate that we are guaranteed. When I catch you guys not giving us that hourly rate, I caught you yesterday and I tried to let you guys know. I spoke with 3 different reps. They wasted my time over the course of an hour. One of them I actually got on the phone. And the first rep hung up on me. Second rep hung up on me. Third rep, I got him on the phone and I complained. I have that video recorded because it's unprofessional. I'm supposed to be platinum rated, right? I'm supposed to have high-end customer support. I'm supposed to have people who know what they're doing, and far from it. So in this next video, I'm going to show you, sorry, long rant, but in this next video, I'm going to show you my proof as to why we now have a guaranteed hourly rate. This video was basically the story, again, because I got $2 for 2 hours and 45 minutes of hell, right? We now have a guaranteed hourly rate. I'm not saying it's 100% because of me, but you're welcome, right? I will, right, like, because of my suffering, because of my wife's suffering way back then, 8 years ago. We now have the guaranteed hourly rate. I'm going to show you that in the video, this next video. So stay here. Don't go anywhere. Keep watching. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with as many delivery drivers as you know, because again, I used to work for Doordash, Grubhub, and Postmates, who was bought out by Uber Eats. So I know what I'm talking about. They have their problems. They have their problems. This video is only about Doordash right now. Okay, so thank you.